Good afternoon, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be back up on the stage for what's easily my favorite part of the AGM, and definitely the favorite part of my job. Frankly, it really is it's a hard job, just so you know, and this is great. It's time for the presentation of the Institute Awards. As president, I have the special honor of recognizing members who have gone above and beyond for our union. Those whose commitment to supporting those around them leaves a lasting impression, and those whose outstanding leadership inspires us all to go the extra mile. But first, I want to take a moment to thank the Institute panel of judges and those who took the time to nominate their fellow members. All of you were instrumental in making sure that today's recipients got the recognition that they so richly deserve. Next, the President's Achievement Awards. The President's Achievement Award recognizes PIPSC members who exemplify the highest standards of service in their chosen field of work and who have demonstrated a high level of commitment to promoting professionalism. This year, I am thrilled to present this award to 3 members whose dedication to their work, their colleagues, and to public service is worthy of the highest praise. First up, actually 2 at once. It is my honor as president to present the President's Achievement Award to Laura Mullin and Kailey von Richter. These 2 members who have exemplified one of the core values of the healthcare sector, fighting to make sure that every health practitioner works in an environment that is safe for themselves and for their patients. Laura and Kailey are both SH members who work for the Department of National Defense at CFB Gagetown in Oromocto, New Brunswick. Laura and Kailey were jointly nominated for what one of their nominators described as their groundbreaking and extraordinary efforts to change how healthcare professionals are treated at D&D. In March of last year, one of their fellow healthcare workers was violently assaulted at their workplace. In the aftermath of that incident, Laura and Kailey went on a mission to expose the safety issues and that put healthcare professionals at risk. That was no simple task. They were up against the full force of D&D's attempt to cover up and bury this attack. Shame, absolutely. They called it, not Laura and Kailey, D&D called it an isolated incident, refused to file a report with the labor program, and denied what violence against healthcare professionals that was a widespread problem that was on the rise. That didn't stop Laura and Kailey, though. They showed remarkable courage and decided to assume all the risk on behalf of their colleagues. They filed work refusals and complaints, met with the Deputy Minister of National Defense, and used every tool available to them to beat the cover-up and expose the safety issues at D&D clinics. As a result of their efforts, D&D has established a National Health Services Committee, the Workplace Safety and Violence Prevention Working Group, and a national database where D&D clinics will be required to report incidents and safety issues. We've also seen physical challenges in D&D clinics, like protective glass, increased security presence, and the filling of vacant positions. In presenting them with this award, we are acknowledging what we already know. They won't stop fighting until every D&D clinic is safe for the people that work there and the armed forces personnel that they serve. And by the way, they're both very active with PIPSC. Laura was the first elected as president of the Fredericton SH subgroup in 2016, and it was honored as the Atlantic Region Steward of the Year in 2019. Kailey joined PIPSC only 4 years ago, and since then has become a steward and been elected as vice president of the Fredericton SH subgroup. Kailey and Laura, thank you so much for your courage and for everything you've done to support your fellow members and healthcare professionals across Canada. So first, please join me in congratulating both Laura Lee and Kailey von Richter.
Thanks, everybody.
Did you get the blazer?
Yeah, okay, blazer in front. We are so honored to be here today to receive this award as the duo that we are. It was really important that Kailey and I accept this award together because we were only able to accomplish what we did by partnering and relying on each other's expertise, leveraging our strengths and our relationships.
While some entities tried to discredit us and downplay our situation and cover up the facts, we cannot emphasize enough how important it was while we were in the trenches to have the support from our relationships both together and our national connections in order to be successful, resilient, and persist.
Very first, we would like to thank our national consultation team for their unwavering support. Tom Zarahopoulos, our consultation president's trust and commitment to us and our membership, which paved the way for the unfiltered truth of the situation to reach the contacts it needed to reach.
Because of this, we were able to shed light on systemic issues of violence in the workplace, ongoing inequities towards women, healthcare professionals, and gaps in national policies that left frontline workers in incredibly vulnerable positions. Oh, I keep going.
Yes,
okay.
You.
Great. Thanks to Tom, we have since been in conversations with key players who have also assisted in our mission. Big thank you to Jennifer Bordelot, Charlene Maya, and of course the Deputy Minister, Stephanie Beck. They have given us their time and support. Stephanie Beck and her team, they heard us and they cried with us.
Max Way, where are you? You were our first phone call. Despite how busy Max is, always, he was our sounding board and gave us the support we needed when we needed it the most. He provided us guidance, direction that was instrumental when the employer tried to discredit policy, the Canada Labour Code, and our human rights. 1-800-CALL-MAX was in full effect.
We would be remiss if we also didn't take time to mention the staff who were directly impacted by the events of March 12th. The nurse practitioner who was simply doing her job, the contractors and the military comrades who disarmed and subdued the assailant, the primary care manager who to this day remains on leave due to moral injury and stress.
And of course, Major Alexander Bissonnette, the CO at the time who had advocated for us, worked alongside of us to support her staff, and she put her career on the line to save us.
I personally would like to thank my husband, Brian, for holding down the fort when Laura Lee and I spent hours in the evenings and many weekends away from our family so we could effectively represent the needs of the clinic and SH members. My children, who have been understanding and supportive, my daughter has literally said, "Mom, are you gonna go away because that guy tried to stab somebody?" It just really speaks to how what happens at work actually translates to home. And I also want to thank Laura Lee for being my person and my emotional support coworker, Stuart. Managing the stress during the weeks after the event was not easy. We would not have seen national changes to the effect we have had she not put in the work over the years prior.
And I can't be grateful enough for the support and unwavering love for my husband, Rob. He can't be here today because we got cheerleading this weekend. This is how it goes. He's been such a support. Rob saw me beat down and exhausted and was my safe place where I needed to land and recharge as he validated my efforts and reminded me just how strong I was. I did, however, bring one of my other biggest supports, Jenna. She dropped everything, including a hockey tournament, to cheer me on, Jenna is a newly converted contractor. She's been working in our department for over 10 years. I wanted her to see how much our union supports us. Her patience over the last 10 years was deserving of this trip to Toronto with me. And Kailey, through these tough times, I found my person, my partner, the person I could count on the most and trust when I needed her. It's so important for us to thank the people who put the time and energy into nominating us for this award and have our efforts recognized by the entire PIPS community. We humbly accept this recognition and appreciate the time, thought, and acknowledgement put forward nominating us. For what was initially a very controversial, challenging, and professional risky situation, we hope seeing award recipients who are deserving empowers our community to continue to effect change. Thank you, Dave Sutherland, Tom Zaropoulos, Matt Vanner, Pete Joza, and to anybody else who contributed to this nomination. Awards team, thanks for picking our nomination.
And Pete, Matt, Tom, thanks for revising Dave's letter so it wasn't completely bleeped out. I don't know if you can tell, but we are in blazers. Thank you. What started as a funny, ego-filled joke has turned into a really powerful metaphor. Our consultation team gave us the blazers, and not realizing the power that they gave me. So now when we put on these blazers, they symbolize the impact that we've had and the impact that we can have. So be it a blazer or a lanyard or simply the elusive steward hat, we hope that our story empowers and inspires others to find the strength together to conquer systemic changes, pilot change, and actually be better together. Now, this isn't exactly a Brit Award or an Oscar, although I'm going to tell people it is. But in the fine words of our savior, Taylor Swift, from the 2021 Brit Awards, if you are being met with resistance, that means that you're doing something new. If you are experiencing turbulence or pressure, that probably means you're rising, and you have the right to prove them wrong. That's it for us.
Thank you.
Well deserved. Thank you.